Welcome back to the Sheep Summer Games in 2020. We are at RedOps Stadium once again for this next event, the 400-meter relay. An exciting event for the sheep as they will race down the same track they did for the 400 meters, but this time it's a relay race. This track you're seeing on the right, that's actually the 400-meter track, as we forgot to record the relay track, but there will be sheep waiting at each 100 meters. And the left, you see the current standings in the Sheep Summer Games. We're just past the halfway point. Sanu currently in the lead, followed by Hollis and Boomy. Only a couple points in between all of them. This is getting intense. The sheep are fired up to push through these last four events. Starting now with the fifth event, the 400-meter relay. Heat 1, we have Nar, Rangi, Sanu, Natuan, Himmel, Berati, Hollis, and Mare. Exciting event here, as we are just underway now in the first heat in the semifinals. The top four in each of these events qualifies for the finals. You really want to be in the top four because finishing at the bottom four kicks you out of the finals and automatically puts you in the bottom 8 in the standings for this event. We will be doing our best to record each of the sheep as they race around the track here. We, as always, have multiple cameras for your viewing entertainment, trying to capture every angle of the action as these sheep are making their way around this first curve at this moment. As you see in this view, we see the gate where the sheep will be handing off the batons. It really depends on how fast you go with each 100, and since it's only 100 meters, each sheep is giving it their all for each of the legs. One of our slower events and one of the longer videos of this series, we have 31 minutes of non-stop action as these sheep are racing down this track. Currently Heat 1 underway. Mare, Hollis, and Beretti up here at the top of the screen. But as in the 400, it's not about where they are on the track per se, it's about what height they're at. Since each sheep races the same distance, we had to account for the curve in the track in order to make sure that each sheep has the same length of race. So currently it looks like Rangi's in the lead, and we'll see who gets the first baton pass. A little gruesome here in the pass. The back sheep just disappears, but that was the best we can do to make the handoff. And there goes Rangi. Rangi the first to make the baton pass. Unbelievable how fast the sheep already is going. We see all these other sheep trying to get there, trying to pass off the baton to the next leg. The next sheep, the second leg of the race. Top view here looks like Nar will be the next sheep to be handed off. Yes, there is. Nar, second, and then goes Beretti. Sanu up next to the pass. Current forward leaders. And Nar and Hollis also have handed off the baton. Beretti currently sprinting down this next leg. Rangi looks like they slowed down a bit, but they are way ahead. If you look at how high they are, Rangi is currently under all these other sheep, indicating that they're in the lead. At this point in the season, these sheep know what's at stake. They see where they stand in the standings. Every sheep still has the chance to win the Sheep Summer Games. So every sheep is still pushing. Some sheep require more luck and make sure that other sheep do poorly. But every sheep still has the opportunity to win the entire games. So each sheep is still competing as hard as they can. As we see Beretti and Rangi currently pushing the lead further away. Rangi is about to make the next pass to the third leg of the race. Rangi approaching the pass. What a pass! Nice long distance, saves a couple seconds there. If you really make a good pass, you really don't want to get too close to the next sheep because that's slowing you down. That was a perfect example of what a pass should look like. Great job to Rangi on that. Beretti is up next on the pass. Will they do a similar pass? Yes, they do. Nice pass. One block distance. That's perfect for where you want to be passing. Currently, Rangi and Beretti in the lead. Himmel looks like they're about to get the pass off next. Yes, they do. Himmel up next. You see, that was a weaker pass that's causing valuable seconds. Currently, they are in third place. But that's something that you gotta keep in mind. You don't want to miss those passes. Sanu way in the back now with, let's see who's up next. Haldas is about to get a pass on, and so is Naturan. Sanu really far back in this race. Haldas made the pass with Naturan at the same time. They're feeling tied up. Mara makes the next pass. I'm surprised that Sanu is just coming up to the baton pass. Sanu did so well in the last couple of events. We were expected a similar performance here, trying to extend their lead, but turns out that they weren't able to do so well currently. Hopefully they could make up in these last two legs of the race. But Rangi, what a lead by Rangi right now. With this longer event, there's more time to just chat. So I want to get your opinion on what you would expect from the last few events, what you liked so far in the events. We're really trying to see what is working and what doesn't work. I know from a recording and editing standpoint, some events are a lot better and easier than others, but some events are very exciting to watch. So I want to see what everyone thinks on the current events that we had. We had a couple similar events like the 800, the 400, and now the 400 relay, but we had some unique events. Just to let you know, Rangi just caused a pass to the last 100 meters. Unbelievable how far Rangi's moving ahead. But yeah, going back to Nar's about to make the pass, and so is Beretti. Going back to what I was talking about, we really want to see what events resonate well with all of you, so we can make more of those events. Because we're currently in the stages of planning the next season of the Sheep Summer Games. Excuse me, the Sheep Games, because they might be winter games. We'll see what happens. I know these are called the Sheep Summer Games, and currently we're deep in the fall, but that's how just the recording and uploading schedule turned out. But that's alright. You get more events and better quality, I hope, for us taking longer to make these events. Himmel and Natron just made the pass. Nars, Barati, and Rangi currently in the lead. Rangi really in the lead, far ahead of everyone. Rangi most likely has this qualification in the bag, so they do have the opportunity to slow down a bit and save some of that energy for the final. The real fight is for that fourth place. Will it be Himmel or will it be Naturan? At this point, all of these tracks are lined up equally. So at this point, we see exactly where the teams stand. Looks like Naturan got a little stuck. Himmel's pulling ahead. That race for the fourth place to qualify. You don't need to win, you just need to qualify. And here we have the finish line camera coming up with Rangi with the first place to qualify for this final. Beretti currently running up ahead as well. Looks like Himmel and Naturan have caught up to Nar. That is now getting exciting. That third and fourth place to qualify. Beretti seems to have in the bag to qualify. It also matters your time in these events, because better times put you in a better lane later on in the final. Beretti second to qualify. Himmel we see coming out with Nar. Very close race right now for third and fourth. It looks like Natron really fell behind and will not qualify for this event. Nar makes third, and Himmel, rightly so, just slows down because it's not as important. Just gotta qualify. At this point, we got our four qualifiers from this heat. We have Rangi, Beretti, Nar, and Himmel. At this point, the times matter for these next few sheep. They really need to get a good time because that depends their standing. The bottom 8 is determined by the time in each of these heats for the last 4 sheep. We see Mara and Haldas neck and neck coming up for the finish line, trying to get into 6th place here in this qualification. That's 1 point difference, can be a big difference in the late run. And there goes Haldas with finishing in 6th, Mara in 7th. Sanu to bring up the rear, finishing up in 8th currently. We now show the standings for the first heat. We see the 4 teams that qualified and the times that each of these sheep ran. Over 8 minutes for the last 4 sheep. Not a great time. Moving on now to heat 2 of the 400 meter relay. We have Boomy, Sviet, Gabi, Tempesta, Tilakana, Wayota, Aris, and Okeon. These sheep are ready and... Oh, I thought they were about to go off. Looks like we have a delay. Delay in the start of the race. Oh, we see RedOps over there, walking around making sure everything is all set up for this relay. Lots of preparation went in to make sure everyone was all set to make these races happen. RedOps finishing up the final checklist. The athletes are getting anxious, trying to get that start. They really want a good start from the beginning, so they're getting ready to make that jump and get in on this race as soon as they can. Alright, we have confirmation that the race is about to begin. There we go. Race has begun. Heat 2 underway for the 400-meter relay. We had confirmation that everything was set up properly and everything was all set to go. So now we see these athletes as they are going down the track for to be the first leg of the race. Can currently nicely moving forward with a great sprint. Looks like they are getting ahead of everyone else. It's so hard to tell on this curve. Boomy looks like they're doing well too. But there's also some trickery going on with the eyes and how to distract the someone. I could clearly see that Gabi's behind Sviet because they're tied up at this point and they're not supposed to be close. At least looks like they're falling behind with Relative pulling ahead. Gabi as well is catching up to everyone, moving forward. As with the first heat, there's a lot of race left, but each passing second here matters because each athlete only has to sprint 100 meters. They really want to give it their all to make sure that they're not the slowest in their team. That gives me an interesting thought. I wonder if I could have given times for each of the legs. Well, you clearly will not see that happening. But that's an interesting thought. If someone wants to do that for others in the comments, go right ahead. Currently leg 1 of the race in heat 2. Okay, I'm getting close to the pass as well as Boomy getting close to passing the baton. Okean, first to make the pass. Great pass here by Okean. Boomy up next with the next pass here. Beautiful pass by Boomy. There could have been a little bit of improvement by Boomy in that pass. They got really close to make that pass, but they want to make sure it's a secure pass. We got Tilakanda and Sviet also making the pass right now. Wyatt coming up next to make a pass as well. Getting on with leg 2 of this race. We have Aris currently sitting in 6th with a pass. What a long distance pass. That's well done by Aris, making that quick transition there. Tempesta and Gabi making the pass simultaneously, currently in last place in this heat. Okay, and super far ahead of everyone else, just running with it and slow down a little bit. Right, when I said that they're doing a great job, but they're still pulling ahead. We see our cam getting past this window here, and we can't even see the other athletes on the track. Tilakana doing well in this race. Aris also trying to catch up. They were behind, but looks like they caught up to others. We'll be running down this track as well. At each pass, we see what the standings are. A little more clear in the 400-meter relay what position everyone is because we have these checkpoints as the sheep pass the baton to one another. Okay, I'm pulling closer to a pass right now. Ooh, slowing down a bit. Maybe stumbling a bit in this last few meters trying to get that pass. Very poor pass as well. Boomy actually passed them in that because Okan slowed down so much and we missed it. We're still focused on Okan. Boomy currently in the lead. Tilakana about to make a pass as well. Tilakana currently in 3rd. Aris just made the pass as well, sitting in 4th. Svia also made the pass. We missed that as well. And Tempesta caught up passing Wayota. Gabi made the handoff too. Wayota currently in last place. We've seen Boomy
sitting up top in the standings, trying to get another good performance here in this event. Event 5 of the Sheep Summer Games. What a tight race at this point. All these sheep so close and bunched up in this turn. They were spread out a second ago, and now after this pass, all of these athletes are now realizing that it's the final push. Last 200 meters of this race. Each of these athletes fresh off the start, getting the baton passed. A little stutter there, as I was trying to say baton. Gotta love this silence. Just watching all these athletes pushing as hard as they can through this last curve of the race, getting to that, trying to get to that last baton pass. This last pass, this could make or break a racer. As a reminder, only 4 sheep qualify, so the top 4 sheep are pushing as hard as they can, trying to keep that lead. The last 4 sheep trying to get their way into the top 4. These athletes trained so hard in the previous years just for this moment. This moment of glory in the Sheep Summer Games. 400-meter relay, team event. Okan, first to pass, quickly followed by Gabi. Very close race for first right now. Times are do pretty well for all these sheep. Sviet made the pass currently in third. Aris made the pass for fourth. Tilakana currently in fifth. Tempesta in sixth. Gavi and Oyotis seventh and eighth. That back four hasn't changed. We're now focusing on the front four. We actually don't see Boomy in this. There he is. Boomy currently seems to be taking the lead. We're reaching the final. We're in the final 100 meters. Each of these sheep should be equal at this point. Boomy we see racing forward. Currently in the lead. Okean right behind them in second. A race for first in this event. First in the semi in Heat 2. The next four, Sviet, Aris, Tempesta, Tilakana. Only 5 meters in between all of them. A very close race for that last 2 qualification spots. Boomy continued to hold that small lead over Okan. Okan slowing down, but so is Boomy at this point. Looking back at their competition, making sure that they're keeping that lead. Do not want to lose that first place. We know what happened with Gabi back in the 800 and some other events where sheep just came out of nowhere to take a position. Aris now sprinting forward in this last 28 meters. Okay, I'm currently sprinting as well. Boomy down here keeping that lead. Will Boomy be the first to finish? Aris sprinting forward. Boomy going across the line at this point. Congratulations to Boomy for the first qualification in this heat. Aris and Okan up top. Aris just passed Okan and finished in front of Okan. Aris was second. Okan in third. Tempesta came out of nowhere just to qualify in fourth. Unbelievable. Tempesta was back in the mix of things and qualified. Both who qualified. That's it for our qualification. Sviet coming across the line. Not qualifying, but finishing with a good time. So did Gabi finish with a good time, and Tilakana all finished just under 8 minutes. Unbelievable. So much speed in this heat of the race. Each of these sheep, except for would have qualified if they were in the under race. Unbelievable speed by all of these sheep, but unfortunately only 4 can qualify. We see the times here currently. Boomy, Arisa, and Tempesta qualified for the finals. Sviet will finish in overall in 9th place because of that beautiful time by them. Unfortunately, wasn't good enough to qualify. Sviet, Gabi, Tilakana, Wayotin all finished 9 through 12. Naturan, Haulas, Mara, and Sinu get the bottom 4 in this event. We now go to the finals. We have Nar, Berti, Aris, Rongi, Boomy, Okan, Tempesta, and Himmel. These sheep are getting ready in the final. for the final race. This is for the gold medal. Which sheep, which team will win this event? Every sheep is ready, all in their spots, ready for the handoff of the baton. The final leg right there, the anchor of this event. Each sheep is ready, and we're about to get underway. Our starting camera. And that's all. Here we have it. The finals of the 400-meter relay. Each of these sheep is excited. Each of these teams are trying to get that gold medal. As we saw the standings, it's very close. It's very close. Only a few points in between the sheep. Each of these places matters a lot to make sure they continue winning and get moving up on those overall standings. If that made no sense, I apologize. I am just rambling at this moment because I'm so excited for this final race here. Let me know that you all are enjoying the Sheep Summer Games by hitting that like button. And that would mean a lot to us, and we'll know what events you really enjoyed. So we can continue making the events that you like, and that we can see which sheep will continue to dominate in these events for the Sheep Games. Coming around this second bend up to the first baton pass. Still quite a bit away, but we see the current sheep that are up there. We have Boomy up in the lead with Tempesta. We don't even see Himmel because they already passed this camera. We have Rongi up there as well with Okayan. Berti, Nara, and Aris look like they're far behind everyone. But we can't exclude anyone from these events, as random things and interesting things have happened in the past, so anything is possible, as we've seen. I was just saying how Bertie's in the back of the pack, but looks like they're going to be the first ones to actually give the handoff. So is Nar coming up to the pass, but Hill up here at the top of our screen also getting near a baton pass. Will it be Bertie first to pass? Yes, it is, and so is Rangi. Unbelievable. Bertie and Rangi pass the baton. Nar will be the next one to pass. Yes, it is. There goes Nar now in the next leg of the race. So does Boomy. Unbelievable how this track has that perception issue where you don't actually know who's in the lead, and it's a mystery until the very end. In the comments, let me know which teams you're actually rooting for, so we can maybe focus on those sheep a little more. Really trying to gauge which nations have more following, which sheep have gained a liking with the fan base. You gotta love Gabi in that 800 meter just racing for that goal. You gotta love how other sheep have done well, like Sundoon in the grazing tower. I guess I said some spoilers here. Hopefully you went and watched those events. We probably can also see when we show the previous standings that which sheep are doing well. Rongi overall, even though they don't really have that many medals. What am I saying? Rongi, amazing with how many medals they have in these games already. Rongi doing consistently well in each of the events. That's why they're currently staying at the top of the leaderboards. As we see here, Rongi again with the first to pass. Unbelievable how Rangi is just dominating this competition. Berti also up there on top, giving good baton pass here. So does Boomy, getting top 3 as it stands right now. Nar also had a baton pass and is up there with them. Will these be our top 4 finishers? But who will get the gold? We can't exclude some of these other sheep as they're coming down the track here as well. One good sprint, top athlete by any of these sheep. Some of the fastest athletes are yet to come in the anchor of this race. Himmel 5th to pass at this point. Actually, Okan just beat out Himmel. Okan with a great pass. Himmel was slow on the pass. Tempesta is also great with the pass. Very close race for 5th right now. Aris way in the back. Taking their time with the pass. There goes the pass of the baton. Rongi, Berti, Bumi, Nar fighting for first. Who will take that gold medal? We are looking into some of these events for the next Sheep games, and if you have any ideas on what events you'd like to see or how some of the mechanics of Sheep can be implemented into future events, please let us know, as that would help us create some new and interesting events for the next games. This camera is a great view of how close the top 3 sheep are. We have Berti, Rangi, and Bumi fighting for first place right now. Coming up to the final baton pass, the final leg, the anchor leg. The fastest sheep in the world. All ready, all anxious to get the baton and sprint towards the finish line. Berti coming up with the baton pass right now. Berti up first, final leg of the race. Bumi gets by with the baton pass, so does Rangi. So close, so fast here. Nar also just get the baton pass. This race is unbelievably close at this point. All 4 nations so close next to one another. All racing for that gold medal. It's anyone's race at this point. Let's see the back 4 in that view from a second ago. But the focus is on these top 4 nations. These top 4 sheep. All of them are racing to get the win here. It's interesting seeing Berti up here in the lead when they were one of the few to barely qualify. Or am I mistaken now of a different race? All these races are blending together. But we have Himmel getting the pass out as well as Tempesta. Unbelievable. We just cut back to the leader and Bumi's just absolutely destroying now. Bumi went from being tied up with everyone and now completely ahead of everyone. Nara is in second. They were in 4th at the baton pass. What happened to Rangi? Rangi had a slowdown here, it seems, but now is sprinting down this race. What a close race here it is. There's only a few block difference between Bumi, Nara, and Rangi. We're reaching the final 50 of this race. We'll keep on these top 3 sheep. This is where all the races. Nar just sprinted ahead, now tied with Bumi. Rangi catching up as well. Oh, what a race! So close right now. Bumi and Nar all tied up. Rangi past them at this point. Rangi tying up with Bumi and Nar. Final 20 meters. This is unbelievable. Rangi just took the lead. Rangi with the lead right now. Will they win this event? They're behind Bumi and Nar, but Rangi now unbelievably in first. So close. Nar currently passing Rangi. Rangi slowed down Bumi. Nar, Rangi, who will win the gold medal? It's so close at this point. So close. We'll have to see at the finish line. Rangi trying to pull ahead, is pulling ahead. Nar and Bumi so close. And Rangi with the gold medal. Congratulations. So close. It's a photo finish. Unbelievable. Nar and Bumi. We have no idea who finished in second. We'll need a replay for that. Berti falling down all the way in 4th now. It's a race for 4th. Tempesta and Berti trying to get that 4th place. Tempesta slowing down. The race for 5th, 6th currently happening. Berti finishing in 4th. Was tied up with the pack, but Nar, Rangi, and Bumi all just sprinted ahead as fast as they can, trying to get that gold medal. Unbelievable performance by these sheep. Still waiting on that result from that race. Tempesta finishing in 5th at this point. Now we see the back Himmel up here. Rangi close behind, so is Okan. The race for 6th place at this point. All tied up, it seems, as well. What an unbelievable finish to this race. Kept us guessing who is going to win. Okan with the sprint, all tied up, it seems. Coming in the final 5 meters. Who will win this back? Who will get 6th? These points matter, and these sheep are showing it. Okan in 6th, Aris in 7th, and Himmel gets 8th at this race. Here's the instant replay right now. Rangi finishing in 1st. And it seems that Nar comes in 2nd with the silver. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Nar getting the silver. Bumi getting the bronze. Then we see the times with Rangi finishing in 1st. Himmel finishing in 8th. But unbelievable performance. Congratulations to Rangi, Nar, and Bumi on getting medals in this event. Only 1/100th of a second to split these sheep. Unbelievable. Rongi finishing with 25 points in this event. Nar with 20 and Boomy with 15. Here are the standings of the Sheep Summer Games after 5 events. Rongi has 2 medals to their name, currently in first place. Boomy in second, Tempesta in third. It seems that Haldas and Sanuv both fell down in the standings after this event.
Thank you so much for watching the Sheep Summer Games. With the 5th event here, the 400 meter relay. In 2 weeks, we'll have the Sheep Rumble, an exciting, fast-paced event where the sheep will fight in the ring to see which sheep is the strongest and will take home the next gold medal. We appreciate you and hope to see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching.